Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your December 2015 and 2016 overview readings. And for this time, I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different decks depending on your sign, but definitely for the month of December, I will be pulling a color card from the Inna Segal Secret Language of Color Oracle card deck, and then I might be using for your sign. I think I'll be using these for the year, I think, for 2016, because it just feels right. So the Angel Chatter Archangel Oracle deck by Christine Alexandria, who you know I love. So there's that one. Maybe the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, because there's a lot of stuff to read here at the end of the year, so I want to have like lots of different decks so it doesn't get boring, right? And we don't have a whole lot of like repeating cards and things like that. So also the Angel Feather Oracle by Michelle Newton, or maybe the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And if you would like a personal reading with me, this is a very busy time of the year for me. I'm going to keep that wait time at 20 days. I know people have a problem with that already, and I get it. You know, it's kind of, you know, having to wait 3 weeks for a reading. I know that can get a little like, come on. But there are people out there who have year-long wait lists. Oh, yes. So, yeah, so if you want to get in line for a reading, go ahead and do that. It's angelsouls444.com. Go to the services page. And of course, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. Oh, I also wanted to mention the artwork behind my head. This is from Sonia Shannon. I don't know if you can see it all that well with my big head in the way. It's really beautiful, and she even has a message going around the border. I highly recommend that you check her out, and I will leave her website down below as well. So let's get to it. Hi there, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you for December 2015, and then we will go into your 2016 overview. So let me just focus on your energy here. Let me get my phone out of the way. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Well, and I got a card popping out. You guys are harnessing some emotional energy, and the emotional sensitivity card came up. But the most immediate thing that I felt was that you're creating something and you're putting the finishing touches on it. Now, they're asking you to redefine what your definition of success is. So let's say you are a painter. It could be anything creative, but let's say you're a painter and you finally put the finishing touches on a piece that you've been working on. There's a sense of having, you feel like it's completed, and you step away, and then maybe we'll see what comes up for 2016. But yeah, it doesn't have to be recognized by other people. Does that make sense? For it to be a success. The success comes from you having channeled your emotions. You've put it onto canvas in this example, and it's come to full culmination. And so in December, it feels like you're just sort of letting it dry. All right? And you're just sort of resting. And the idea here is for you to kick back with some cocoa or some, like, you know, cider or whatever you want, a cup of tea, and just relax and enjoy your accomplishment, okay? Because again, you know, your success is not defined on whether or not other people recognize it or think that it's good. You took something very deep and emotional and put it into something creative. So celebrate that, right? All right. Yeah, and they're saying the emotional sensitivity card is coming up because you're going to feel a little raw. It's like you really put your heart and soul into something, and here it is. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're saying. You're going to have to rest a little bit. Throat chakra is coming up for December. Okay. Crown chakra. Okay. Archangel Michael. Wow. So something very interesting is occurring here. So whatever you have, or whatever you're kind of putting the finishing touches on in December, it has a way deeper impact than you realize, because this starts, yeah, whatever you're creating, not only is it funneling your emotions, but it's helping you speak. I'll hold these up a little bit more here in a second. It's helping you speak your truth. It's tapping into higher wisdom. And now you got Michael in here going, okay, good for you. Now you're having the courage and strength to put yourself out there. Again, you're letting it dry for a little bit, but Michael's going to get you ready for the next step. And that's what it feels like. And Michael's also about speaking your truth and having courage to do that. Let's go back to the beginning. So emotional sensitivity, the card says, honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. So the time is coming where whatever you're creating or whatever you're doing, whatever you're launching, okay, it does need to be shared with the world. May not be in December, but it is worthy. It is, it's important. What you're doing is important. And that's not to sit here and get you all up in your ego. I get, I shouldn't mention this in the videos, but I just feel like it's important to talk about this. I will sometimes get comments from people or emails or Facebook messages or whatever saying, I intend to be famous, or I'm already famous in my country and you should do this, this, and this. And they're kind of, they're kind of going at things for the wrong reasons. The reason why I think I'm being compelled to kind of share that with you is watch your intentions. Watch your intentions. Yes, what you created needs to be shared with the world. But if you're out there just trying to make money off of it, or, you know, you're launching a business purely to make money, you're going to fail. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand. People who, you know, over and over and over again, they keep trying to chase a dream, or, you know, they're trying to create their own business, but it just keeps flopping. They're not making any money out of it. Well, that's the problem, because you're not doing it for the love of the work. You know, you're not doing it for the purest intention. You want validation, you want fame, you want money. That is flimsy, and that will shake, rattle, and roll you right into failure. Okay? So get clear. If you are somebody sitting there going, well, yeah, I guess all of my pursuits have been to just have fame or whatever, fix it, okay? Like, get in there and look at it. And when I say fix, I don't mean you need to be fixed. I mean, look at the deeper reason behind it. Usually that comes from lack of self-love. Okay, so see where that's coming from. Why do you feel like you need everybody to know your name to feel good about yourself? Okay, so the next card is throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So there's authenticity in whatever you're doing. And if you're doing it for the right reasons, you will be able to get your voice out there in whatever medium that you choose. Okay, now for some people, creativity is, you know, and speaking their truth and getting their truth out there could be through something that I'm not even thinking of right now, right? Some business venture or whatever. If you are doing a business venture this month, or you're thinking about this, again, probably not the time to launch it, but I don't know. I kind of just don't have like the chariot feeling. It's not like go, go, go. You know, I don't have that feeling about it. Again, something might change around that, but somebody out there is getting a little wound up in their ego. So check yourself and see if that's you. Okay? And when we say you're getting wound up in your ego, you start thinking, instead of like pointing someone out, let me give you an example. I was writing a book. I have since put it aside because I just, you know, whatever, I didn't have the inspiration for it. But I realized that I started getting all caught up in my ego because I was so worried about what other people were going to think of it. I was getting all up in my ego thinking, oh my gosh, this could be really big. So everybody does it. I started imagining it as a movie, like, you know, whatever. And then what happened? I created a block around it. So now I've almost exhausted myself with it. So that I'm going to offer out to whoever out there is going after something, but you might be getting too caught up in your ego. Okay, so question your intentions and make sure it is truthful and honoring who you really are, which is what that throat chakra card I feel is also saying. Okay, honor your own truth. So the next card we have is crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. So you're getting the answers. Stuff is coming in for you. But again, if your ego is switched on, and it's easy to do. I mean, it's not like you're an egotistical person. If you're in your ego, you're equipped with it because you're human. It's part of the human experience. But it can get you going down a path that's going to be really hard for you. I think you'll get to the same outcome, but you know, there's an easier way. Tap into your higher wisdom, okay? That's going to be a much more effective guidance system. Then, of course, we have Archangel Michael here, and he says you're working very closely with this powerful Archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. So you'll know that Michael is at work when let's say over the course of the month, you start kind of going down the wrong path, and then there's an obstacle, and you might start pushing against that obstacle and going, why isn't it working? Just smile and say, thank you, Archangel Michael. Show me what's next. And watch a solution appear, because they'll protect you in that way by making sure you don't go down the wrong way, okay? So your color card for this month, woo, violet. Create a balanced life. No more push-pull, right? So the number is 45. Now, violet is also about a need to cleanse, okay? So energetically cleansing. So this month might be a good time to utilize the violet flame meditation. Just really burn off all your old intentions, all the old things that get you a little too wound up and might be getting in the way of your success. This can also be emotional things, right? So kind of... yeah, thank you. So they're just saying release some chains. And that's what Michael helps with as well. So release, put the finishing touches on something, whatever it is that you're doing, and let it cook a little bit, okay? Let it cook until it's time to get going on it, all right? Or time to put it out into the world, I should say. So let me clean this up, and we will get on to your 2016 portion. So let me just focus on your energy here, if I don't drop the cards. There's resistance here. I just heard resistance, and the cards are kind of like not wanting to shuffle. It's almost like in 2016, you guys are resisting. Are you thinking things that are coming to you are too good to be true? That could be one thing. Or, okay, thank you. So they're saying some of you are going to be getting pulled out of your comfort zone, and you're going to have a lot of resistance around that. You're just going to be like, I don't want to go. Oh, I don't want to be on TV, or like whatever it is. That's just the first example that popped in my head. So you're going to have to stretch a little bit, okay? It might not be comfortable, but it is necessary. Okay, so we have embrace, timing. We were talking about timing with the December one, right? Water. Loving truth. Okay, so let's start with this first card. It's Archangel Michael again for 2016. The card is embrace. Welcome all aspects of your glorious, radiant, loving self. So embrace who you really are. You're really coming out, and people are going to kind of see you with the mask off. And especially if you are creating something like artwork, let's go back to that example, that is deeply personal. Every artist is channeling something, okay? And you're putting it out there in 2016. You're going to let it be seen. And so people are almost going to be able to see into your soul. Again, whatever it is. Or if it's a business thing that you're trying to launch and you get out there, people are going to see what you're made of. They're also going to see your shortcomings. Okay, so if maybe you wanted to start your own company and you get like a whole staff around, and maybe you're not the best manager. It happens. There are brilliant business people who do not know how to manage people, you know, they're just not made like that. So this is you just sort of embracing what you're learning about yourself, and embrace all aspects of you, no matter what kind of feedback you're getting, okay? Again, embrace putting yourself out there and being you, and kind of coming out and letting the mask fall, like we said. The next card we have is Archangel Zadkiel, timing. Everything is happening in perfect and divine timing, so don't push this year. So if in your mind, you know, your human mind says, okay, well, I wrote a book, 2016, I've got to get an agent, I've got to get a publisher, it has to be done by an, blah, blah, blah. Let that go. Let that go. Number one, let's talk about timing in regards to what's been happening in the world. Things, actually, some of the guidance that you were given a couple of years ago was appropriate for that moment. But then, these aren't powers that be. These are powers that want to be. Okay? Got in there, start messing stuff up, and now there's like this big shift. And we've been seeing this. We've been seeing people act out. So, a lot of what some of us were trying to create, or things that we wanted to pull into our existence, kind of got put on hold so that we could kind of acclimate, or it was sort of like all hands on deck energetically, either for healing or just for balancing or whatever. So if things like, so if it felt like some of your projects got stalled or some of your dreams got stalled, don't worry. You're not behind on anything. You're not going to miss out on anything. Everything's happening exactly as it needs to. Okay? All right. The next card we have is Archangel Shamael, water. Include water in all forms as part of your daily living. So this year, now people don't understand the importance of water. It has intelligence, actually. And especially if you do a prayer over your water, you can take those blessings into your body. You know, salt baths are really important because they're detoxifying, not only just for your physical body, but for your energy as well. And also this year, if you can take a trip and get near salt water, that would be great too. Just be very, very careful, of course. But yeah, because they're saying water can also carry toxins. So take the water in, make sure it's purified, all that good stuff. But yeah, oh, thank you. You have to kind of go with the flow this year, like you are water, okay? And when obstacles are put in your way, again, that might be Archangel Michael's way of trying to steer you somewhere else. But some obstacles can just, if you become fluid, right, you can kind of flow around it. And what's more, you won't just flow around the obstacle, but you'll be able to get into those crevices and those places that are fairly unknown to most people. Okay, and you'll get to have brand new experiences this year. So just to go with the flow, everything's working in divine timing. Don't push. Okay. The last card we have is Archangel Haniel, loving truth. Speak your truth from the reservoir of love. Let me try that again. Speaking your truth. Yeah, I totally read that wrong. Let me try this again. Take two. Speaking your truth from the reservoir of love will attract all forms of love. Huh. Okay, so there we go. So if you stay in a state of grace, in a state of love, this is how you will attract all forms of love. So if you're sitting there going, oh gosh, please let this be the year that I bring in love. Well, the first thing you need to do is stop whining about it like this. Okay, stop it. I'm not kidding. You have to knock it off because like, if you get into, because what's happening when you're in that space? It's a voice of doubt. Where is it? You know, and I'm not judging nobody because I do it too. I'm not trying to sit here and pretend like I'm perfect, but you have to get into that space of knowing that you deserve it. And you always have a reservoir of love in yourself. So if you tap into that, right, then you can sort of open yourself up to love of all forms from other people. Remember, you need to be a vibrational match. So if you're in a space where you think that you're not lovable, or you think you're not attractive, or whatever kind of thing you got going on, well, you know, that's going to kind of get people to stand back from you and not maybe want to come around. So just bear that in mind this year. You have all the power to bring love in. You have all the power to be successful. You just have to go with the flow, respect divine timing, and not push. Okay, guys? So there it is. Have a beautiful year. And of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.